zones, like sometimes you guys go into nature, shut the phone off, things like that. Just tell me a little bit about that, where are some of the areas that you guys like use phones?
I wouldn't really say it's areas where you can't use your phone, but I feel like it takes up so much of your time. And people just like are on their phones all the time. So we're getting ready for games. I was pre-game meetings in the locker room, trying to really get dialed in. We try and put emphasis on not going on our phones because we're like nothing on that really matters when we're playing a game. It's all about like what our mission is, and that's to win it every week. And going on our phone is not going to provide any benefit towards going on our mission.
So Austin Lasky goes down, 11 snaps in, and you got to run out there. Given the track that you've gone in the last several months, what's running through your mind when you're out there?
Just play football and have fun. I feel like the more you think about it and going into that situation, the more nervous you're going to be, and it's going to kind of open up the area for making mistakes. That's having a bad snap, not getting defense right. So I feel like I really told myself just like focus small. Coach Clem always says about the process, focus small. So all I was focusing on right away was getting the snap back there, giving out the right calls, and just playing football and having fun. That's kind of what I told myself before every series going out there.
When we talked to you in July, you expressed a lot of confidence, and you said that there's a lot of good players I played against, and I believe I can play at this level and everything. How quickly, when you got on the field, was it just football? And a little bit bigger guys perhaps, but it's just football, and you were the same guy you were when you were.
I think that's one of the great things that like North Carolina has to offer is our defensive line is one of the best, if not the best, defensive line in the ACC, and we're fortunate enough to go against them every single day. So I feel like that was reps, those days, those practices that we continue to go through is kind of what makes playing in a game like that kind of no different, if not a little bit easier than practice. Yeah, because the guys we play against they're good players. Ritchie, Josh, Brooke, Dez, all of them, they're top ACC players. So having an opportunity to go against them every day kind of sets you out there and you've won against the best already. So it's really just playing football and having fun.
To go off of Saturday as well, having a chance to look at it and really see, what you're doing out there, how would you kind of, assess yourself on film and, what things you feel you did well, what things you feel you had to,
everyone says you go as hard as on yourself, but there's definitely a lot of areas for improvement. I think my pad level for one, I definitely have to play lower, and that kind of allows you to play more forceful. So I think that's kind of the one thing I put an emphasis on out the gate this morning in practice, and really having power out of your stance, that's focusing small, so your first step, kind of how you follow it up with your second step. So I think that's kind of been my big emphasis so far this week is kind of that, and because that's something that you can control yourself, is having a better power level. That leads to a lot of other smaller things that lead to the bigger things. But in terms of good, I was thinking, we played a really good five-man football up front. We kind of worked really well together in a situation where we might not have had that many reps before. And it's all about like getting to jail and kind of seeing how you play with each other. So I think the guards did a great job kind of with me getting thrown and kind of playing as a unit, which allowed our guys to get down the hill because we're hip to hip, moving up to the second level. So I think playing like true five-man football is one of the things I did good this weekend.
and then to kind of go off of that a little bit, thinking back to training camp and, seeing I guess how Austin, did approach things and watching him at that center position, what were some of the things you feel that you picked up from him that you're able to kind of translate into more games?
Yeah, I think he's kind of helped us all a lot, the knowledge he has for the game is immense. So I feel like it's picking up the offense. That's kind of, he's helped me from that from day one, because understand center kind of have to call out everything and running and passing. So that's a big responsibility that center bears, that he helps and continues to help us even now kind of on like all the small things. So I feel like that's one thing that he's really been helpful with.
Zach, the theme from Coach Brown, at least from the start of the season, has been, playing to a standard. It's UNC versus UNC, it's not UNC versus anyone else. Is it harder or more of a challenge to do that when you're playing an FCS team like Central that a lot of people on the outside say, oh, this is not that way? Is it more challenging to sort of tune that out?
I think this is a great challenge for us because it challenges us with that. And I think we got off to a great start, even on Sunday, making corrections from the game, watching film, getting better in all the little aspects. So it might challenge us, but that just prevails how great the team, really how great the culture we have. They can look to your right, your left, and man, really hold that stand around. Because who we play really doesn't matter. And we really put a heavy emphasis on that. We play North Carolina every week, and that's kind of how we approach everything we do. Because if you can beat yourself, you can beat anyone.
Zach, I did look it up Saturday when we got in there. Muhlenberg Mules played Moravian. I think they had won the game by the time you guys really got going.
Once the Dexter Cup, yeah.
Say what?
It's around Sodexo Cup between me and Murray.
So there's like a trophy for the winner?
Yeah, because it's like a 10-minute drive, so it's a really long cup, Sodexo Cup, yeah, so on a pretty long streak winning that cup. That's not going to change, but yeah, so.
Okay, no, that's great. We can work with that.
That's him, he broadcast in the press box.
Oh, that's awesome, yeah,
I mean, hell, you know?
absolutely.
I mean, I just thought it was interesting, you know? Okay, so there's a cup involved. What is the name of it?
Sodexo Cup,
Sodexo.
because both of our dining halls use the Sodexo food services. So it's a nice little scholarly with that.
The Muhlenberg Parade. These are the questions you get. Anyway, I was going to say, because you did not get a snap, I don't think, in Minnesota, right?
Correct.
Yeah. So, I mean, was there ever, Saturday, did you have a welcome to Power Conference football? I know you're playing Group of 5 team, but welcome to this level of football moment when you got in there?
I don't really think it was when I got in there. I think it started in Minnesota, taking the tunnel as the away team has never really been a factor.
Right.
The opposite of the spectrum, taking it, like going to the tunnel as a home team was an awesome experience. You have 50,000 fans cheering for you, you got fireworks going on. So I think I always try to stay present in everything that's going on and block out the noise, but if there was something that kind of be really getting the vibe of being the home team, that was awesome.
Yeah, and I guess, I hadn't thought about that. I guess you're talking about going out of the tunnel, you can look up too, and it's just such a bigger venue.
Absolutely, yeah. Had a radio 2 weeks ago, we had Carolina this week, so that's awesome.
So how do you process that when you're running out? Some people might be emotional, some people might be more pumped up. How did you process?
Just
the
excited.
Minnesota moment and you were running out of the tunnel?
Just excited, to kind of be in that environment, in that atmosphere. I have my friends and family here both times with Minnesota here, so just knowing that in the back of my head, getting to share this ride, honestly, this opportunity, that kind of means a lot.
That's kind of cool. They see you in this
Absolutely,
environment.
yeah.
And they know you back from high school where maybe this wasn't on the radar.
Definitely, even before high school, it's been a long time, but yeah.
Did you hear from anybody that got a chance to go to TV? Did you guys remember?
Yeah, I got a couple texts after that. Primarily my mom was the first one, she had to stay home for other reasons, but she was really happy. That was awesome watching it on TV, but a bunch of my family, friends from my old school, high school, all that was really cool.
That is awesome. Does anything about this week, I know you've had one practice, but, I'm assuming Austin may not be able to play, and you could be, looking at your first start for the UNC Tar Heels. How does that change how you practice this week, if at all, and what does getting your head around possibly being the starting center this Saturday look like?
There's a lot of unknown. Austin's working really hard to get back, so I'm not sure when that could be this week. So I don't really say anything changes. We like to say we have especially the offensive line, we have our standard that we have to get better every single day. And I would say we really hold ourselves accountable, and not just like me holding myself accountable, but all 25 of us hold each other accountable every day. And I think that's just a heavier emphasis. Now, next week, it just increases every single week with every game trying to go 1-0. So I think I'd like to say it's the same. We're just pushing each other as hard as we can, just focusing on beating North Carolina on Saturday afternoon.
Could you tell us a little bit about your relationship with Brian Simmons?
Coach Simmons is awesome. I think he brings a perspective that some guys might not really know a lot about yet, and just kind of what he's done before he started working here and coaching here has kind of opened up a lot of guys' eyes and helping them in areas that they might not know a lot of that stuff just yet, and just trying to learn more about that kind of stuff.
You said that you had friends in Minnesota and here?
Yes.
How many?
In Minnesota, it was one of my best friend's parents, so they traveled. They were also good friends of my parents. So they were in Minnesota, and here I had a couple friends from my old school, 2 of them with my dad watching the game.
Did you get a chance to tell us about seeing them right afterward?
Yeah.
You're in the big time level now.
I think it was just, like I said, kind of building off that before. It was just really cool to kind of share that experience with them, because, there's a lot of unknown. If you're going to get time, when you get time, and when that stuff happens. So having them there in the stands and kind of watch all that unfold was pretty awesome.
Zach, I know that offensive linemen are tough dudes. That's the job description. But has the way you guys want to play with more physicality, maybe more of an emphasis on running downhill and power running and Omarion and everyone, have you had to change anything about your approach or the way you play to sort of get to the level that Randy Clements wants you guys playing down there in terms of the physicality? Have you had to amp that up?
Definitely. Yeah, it also comes with playing better competition. Like I said before, we're fortunate enough to go against the best defensive line in the ACC in the country every single day, and they bring it every day, so we have to bring it every day to match that intensity. And yeah, I think also being fairly new to center kind of changes your approach to the game. And it's all about paddle, it's all about speed off the ball, and being able to snap the ball and get to your point of contact first. So I feel like, yes, definitely, and I think that also kind of builds off the level of intensity our defensive line comes every day, and we have to match it, if not try to off them.
Did you get any work at center that you over?
Yeah, whenever we need someone to step in, I always kind of one-on-ones, and primarily I'd step in there just to give the other guys some reps.
Most of you play guard,
Tackle.
right?
Yeah, excuse me, from the outside.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, you guys good?